The claim that King Harris was rushed to a hospital after an attack tied to 50 Cent's crew, and that his father T.I. broke down in tears over it, has the entire internet buzzing. The feud between 50 Cent and the Harris family has twisted and turned in ways nobody saw coming, and we're breaking down every shocking moment step by step. Here's the complete timeline of the 50 Cent versus T.I. and King Harris war. To understand how things escalated, we have to rewind to the very beginning. And that beginning centers on a Verzuz battle that never actually happened. The roots of this clash between 50 Cent and T.I. trace back to a proposed Verzuz matchup. T.I. was all in, ready to face 50 Cent, but according to him, 50 Cent backed out at the last minute. This wasn't a small disagreement, it had simmered for some time, but it finally erupted when T.I. went on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast and called out 50 Cent for what allegedly happened behind the scenes. T.I. revealed that they had talked, made plans, and everything seemed set. But when T.I. stepped up, 50 Cent acted like he had no idea what was happening. T.I. urged him to just admit he didn't want the battle, calling all the drama lame and goofy, before confirming that the Verzuz showdown would never happen. For context, Verzuz was a platform where artists went head-to-head, playing their biggest hits while audiences watched and voted. It became a cultural phenomenon, especially during the pandemic, and a 50 Cent versus T.I. battle would have been one of the most anticipated matchups in the platform's history. Both are multi-platinum artists from the mid-2000s era, 50 Cent, the face of G-Unit, and T.I., the self-proclaimed king of the South. Tension had already been simmering through subtle disses and competitive jabs, but this particular showdown was supposed to be official, until it wasn't. And that's exactly how T.I. tells it. 50 Cent, however, didn't take kindly to T.I. airing this publicly. Instead of addressing the Verzuz situation directly, he turned to his favorite battlefield, Instagram, and did what he does best, trolling. But what happened next took the feud to a level nobody saw coming. Rather than keeping the shots aimed solely at T.I., 50 Cent posted an unflattering photo of T's wife, Tamaka Tiny Harris, online. The drama ignited when he shared a photo of Tiny Harris performing with the caption, "I keep saying, keep my name out your mouth." That single post instantly shifted the entire narrative of the beef. Up until that moment, it was a back and forth between two veteran rappers over a failed Verzuz and lingering competitive tension. But the instant 50 Cent dragged Tiny Harris into the mix, everything changed. And one person refused to stay silent, King Harris, the 21-year-old son of T.I. and Tiny Harris. Once 50 Cent shared the photo, King Harris stormed onto Instagram to defend his mother. He fired off posts calling out 50 Cent's history, his 2000 shooting, past domestic violence allegations, and other beefs. King wasn't playing. The moment his mother's name and image were used as ammo in a feud that had nothing to do with her, he made it clear he had something to say. From that point on, King Harris was no longer just a bystander, he became a central figure in the war. Some might argue that King crossed the line with his response, while others would say he was acting like any son defending his mother against a man with over 30 million Instagram followers. Either way, the reaction was instant, explosive, and set the internet ablaze. The reaction was deafening, sending shockwaves across the internet. Let's break down exactly what King Harris did after 50 Cent posted that photo of Tiny Harris. When King Harris saw 50 Cent using his mother's image to troll T.I., he didn't hesitate. He stormed onto Instagram, making it crystal clear that this feud had just turned personal. On Sunday, February 22nd, King unleashed a raw, explicit rant in his Instagram stories. After 50 Cent shared the unflattering photo of Tiny Harris, King fired back by referencing 50 Cent's late mother, Sabrina Jackson, who passed in 1983. He challenged 50 Cent to post a photo of his mother and insisted that Tiny stay out of the fight. But King Harris didn't stop there. On his Instagram, he shared a post showing a grave site with the names of 50 Cent's mother and grandmother, a court clip where 50 Cent faced charges for allegedly trampling and assaulting 3 women at a concert, and even a photo of one of 50 Cent's sons on his lap. The internet erupted. Many argued King had crossed a line by mentioning Sabrina Jackson, while others pointed out that 50 Cent started it by dragging Tiny Harris into the feud. As always, 50 Cent remained unfazed. In classic style, he responded to King Harris with a laughing emoji on a meme, captioned simply with "Oh." That mockery only fueled King's fire. 50 Cent then escalated by posting an edited clip of himself and King inside T's 2006 film ATL. In response, King Harris went even harder, posting an Instagram story listing over a dozen grievances against 50 Cent. The list was massive. King called out 50 Cent's 2000 shooting, criticized him for dissing Lil' Kim after attempting to date her, and accused him of being outsold and embarrassed by Kanye West. Embarrassed by Kanye West, and that was just the tip of the iceberg. In a longer post, King Harris called out several figures who have publicly clashed with 50 Cent over the years, including Diddy, Rick Ross, Ashanti, and Viva A. Fox. He wrote that the list of people 50 Cent has disrespected over the decades is endless, and that he entered the game stirring controversy, and nearly 30 years later, he's still the same attention-seeking figure. But 50 Cent wasn't finished. He fired back again, this time targeting King Harris and T's family even harder. Posting on Instagram, Fifth threw multiple shots at the trap pioneer and his loved ones, all while promoting the 2026 Broadway revival of August Wilson's Joe Turner's Come and Gone, which he executive produced. The post included the opening night date along with remarks that seemed to throw subtle jabs at T's family. At this point, T.I. entered the fray musically. He responded on Twitter and with a new track titled War. While it wasn't explicitly stated as a diss to 50 Cent, the timing and content suggested otherwise. T.I. didn't stop there, he followed up with another diss track, The Right One, calling out 50 Cent's ex, Daphne Joy, and her past relationship with Diddy. Now the battlefield had expanded, T.I. releasing diss tracks, King Harris waging a relentless Instagram war, and 50 Cent trolling them both. What began as a Verzuz disagreement had escalated into a full-blown family versus one-man conflict, and it was only getting hotter. King Harris wasn't satisfied with just Instagram posts and video rants. He took the feud to the next level in two ways. First, a diss track, and then, something heavier, paperwork. On February 24th, King dropped a song titled Made Man, addressing the remarks he felt were aimed at his mother. The track made it clear that, for him, this fight was deeply personal. He called out Fifth directly, putting the mogul on blast for disrespecting his mother and showing that he wouldn't let it slide. The track made it crystal clear that King Harris would not tolerate any disrespect. This wasn't about making a radio hit, it was a family defense anthem, a personal message aimed straight at 50 Cent. For a 21-year-old going toe-to-toe with one of the most ruthless trolls in hip-hop history, simply dropping a diss track proved that King was fully committed to this battle. But the diss track was just the beginning. The very next day, King Harris pulled what many would call the nuclear option in hip-hop, allegations of snitching. He went all in, digging up documents dating back to 2009. 50 Cent found himself in a blazing feud not just with T.I., but now also with his 21-year-old son, King Harris. Taking to Instagram, King shared what appeared to be an official FBI report from 2009. The document claimed that Fifth allegedly made an anonymous tip related to the murder investigation of Lal Mac Fletcher, telling officials he feared for his safety after James Jimmy Henchman Roseman allegedly ordered the hit. For context, Jimmy Henchman is currently serving a life sentence for this and other charges. The paperwork specifically implicated Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, claiming that he confirmed placing the anonymous call out of fear for his life following Lal M. Fletcher's death. King Harris captioned the post pointedly, framing the document as a counter to 50 Cent's long-standing claims that T.I. was a snitch. He wrote that he had 21 questions but only needed 50 Cent to answer one: who was Lode Mac? He pressed the point that it was only after Lode Mac's death that 50 Cent supposedly began fearing for his life. He concluded by asking if this was the same person who had the audacity to call his father a rat, writing, "Here is yours." This was a bold statement, especially given that 50 Cent had spent years labeling T.I. a snitch. The feud had already intensified when 50 Cent posted footage of T.I. testifying over the death of his close friend Phil Johnson, branding the Atlanta rapper as King Rat. King Harris was essentially saying, "You want to call my father a rat? Here are your own documents." Here's a crucial detail. While King Harris shared FBI documents claiming 50 Cent was a snitch, federal authorities had already deemed these documents fabricated back in 2019. This wasn't the first time such paperwork had resurfaced. Every time 50 Cent found himself in a feud, similar documents popped up. Irv Gotti had made comparable claims, and French Montana circulated similar allegations. Each time, the paperwork failed to withstand scrutiny. But whether authentic or not, King's move sent a clear, generational message. a 21-year-old was now diving into federal court records from 2009 to challenge a man twice his age, and the internet was glued to every second. Meanwhile, 50 Cent stayed characteristically unfazed. Almost certainly joking, he told fans he was bracing for a slow news day, despite the ongoing chaos with T.I. and King Harris. On the other hand, T.I. continued dropping music. That Wednesday, he kept pushing his Fifth Focus campaign, teasing new tracks in the lead-up to his upcoming album Kill the King. And then, the stakes got even higher. Other rappers began weighing in. Rick Ross publicly threw his support behind King Harris, joining the side of T.I. and his family in the feud against 50 Cent. Suddenly, it wasn't just a family squabble, it was a full-blown hip-hop clash, with allies lining up and the drama spiraling even further. More and more people got pulled into the chaos as the days went by, and both sides kept escalating. What set this feud apart from most hip-hop beefs was the family involvement. This wasn't just two rappers trading blows. This was a full-blown family affair. King Harris continued to go at 50 Cent relentlessly amid the mogul's film and television ventures, defending his father, T.I., at every turn. Borrowing a page from Fifth's playbook, King, son of T.I. and Tamaka Tiny Harris, has focused on non-stop Instagram trolling in recent days. On February 23, King posted an image of 50 Cent holding his younger son. 50 Cent is a father to two, including Mares and Saya, and King captioned the post to call out what he perceived as poor parenting, adding his sharp commentary over 50 Cent's 2002 hit Wankster. In another Instagram story, he tagged 50 Cent directly, accusing him of still being the same attention seeker he was when he first rose to fame. He didn't stop there, he once again disrespected 50 Cent's late mother, Sabrina Jackson. Since stepping into the feud, King Harris has become a thorn in 50 Cent's side. He's defended his father with diss tracks and shared what he claims are authentic FBI documents painting 50 Cent as a snitch. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. King has also taken harsh shots at Fifth's late mother, Sabrina, who passed away in 1983 when 50 Cent was still young. Undeterred, the 21-year-old launched into a vulgar rant, essentially telling 50 Cent to stay in his lane. Bringing up someone's deceased parent is a line many consider untouchable, no matter the provocation. And as the feud unfolded, it became clear that even King Harris felt the weight of what he had said, realizing that some of his comments may have crossed the line. As the feud raged on, King Harris began to feel the weight of his own words. He realized that 50 Cent's son, Mares, had nothing to do with this battle, yet his grandmother was being dragged into the public fight. Feeling the sting of his own emotion, King sent a message to Mares, admitting that what he said came from anger and didn't need to be said. He made it clear, Mares had no part in this. He added, "As a man, I was wrong. Let's chop it up," closing the note with a crown emoji as a symbol of respect. This apology came after a heated exchange that saw King Tip and Demony, T's other son, firing shots at 50 Cent. Clearly, this had become a full family effort against the Gunnet boss. King Harris's message reflected maturity, a rare pause in a culture fueled by pride and public feuds. His willingness to own up and offer a private resolution hinted at a desire for some humanity amid the chaos. But maturity didn't mean the war was cooling down. 50 Cent continued to post, and T.I. kept releasing music, with fans glued to every update. Initially, 50 Cent had taken jabs at Tiny Harris and responded directly to King Harris on social media, but those posts have since been deleted. That detail did not go unnoticed. Known for never backing down, 50 Cent began clearing his Instagram, removing posts tied to the feud. Some interpreted it as a sign that the situation had gone too far, while others saw a strategic cleanup. He had a business to run. With the 2026 Broadway revival of August Wilson's Joe Turner's Come and Gone, which he executive produced, and multiple television projects in the pipeline, 50 Cent had real professional reasons to tidy his public profile. There was a clear business reason for 50 Cent to keep his Instagram free of beef-related chaos. But the timing of those deletions, coming right after King Harris posted the alleged FBI documents, definitely raised eyebrows. Meanwhile, Tiny Harris has remained completely silent. Despite being the spark that ignited this entire firestorm, she has not made a single public comment about the feud involving her husband T.I. and her son King Harris. That silence has been consistent from day one. While T.I. and King went to war online and in the studio, Tiny Harris chose to stay out of the spotlight. And then came something nobody expected: the police. Not because of violence, but because people actually started calling them. The City of South Fulton police had to address the situation after concerned individuals began flooding them with calls about the ongoing feud between 50 Cent, T.I., and King Harris. Imagine that, law enforcement being contacted over a rap beef. That's how viral and out of control this situation became. Now we get to the part that brought many people here. The headline claiming that King Harris was hospitalized after an attack by 50 Cent's affiliates, and that T.I. broke down in tears. So what's the truth? Here's what we know. The feud between 50 Cent and the Harris family is absolutely real. Major outlets from Hot 97 to Complex to Hot New Hip Hop have documented it. The Verzuz fallout, the Instagram trolling, the diss tracks, the alleged FBI paperwork, the family insults, all of that happened. None of it is speculation. But the claim that King Harris was attacked and hospitalized by people connected to 50 Cent? That's where the story falls apart. Despite dramatic social media posts painting a wild narrative, there is zero verified evidence that King Harris was hospitalized. Some versions of the rumor even claimed he was in a coma and that his last words were circulating online. The problem? None of those claims came with credible sources or proof. As of now, the hospitalization story appears to be exactly what it looks like, an unverified rumor amplified for clicks. The problem with these claims is verification. Most of the posts spreading the King Harris hospitalized story come from accounts with no track record of legitimate reporting. One TikTok page, pop.talks22, posted a collage of images and video with an AI voiceover, but offered zero credible sources. TikTok after TikTok flooded the platform with wild allegations and poorly narrated AI clips, yet none contained real evidence. The majority of the pages pushing the story have no history of factual reporting. Their formula is simple: post sensational claims, watch the comments explode, and profit from clicks. Adding to the skepticism, there are no photos, videos, or credible documentation showing that King Harris was hospitalized. The only channels spreading the story thrive on hype and drama, not facts. Meanwhile, King Harris remained active online. Just days before these rumors surfaced, he was posting on Instagram, releasing a diss track, sharing FBI documents, and even apologizing to 50 Cent's son Mares. None of that behavior aligns with someone lying in a hospital bed. Insider sources cited by the Steady Blow and Pro Show completely denied the claims, further undermining their credibility. It's also important to remember that viral rumors prey on concern and curiosity. When a story appears only on unverified social media and not through trusted outlets, it's a major red flag. And as for T.I. supposedly breaking down in tears, there is no verified footage or credible report showing him crying over King Harris being attacked or hospitalized. The TikTok clips circulating these claims often reuse old footage of T.I., overlaying AI voiceovers to fabricate a narrative that never happened. Meanwhile, T.I. has remained active, dropping new music, promoting his upcoming album Kill the King, and engaging with 50 Cent directly through diss tracks. The real story? The feud is 100% authentic, the family is involved, and the drama is real, but the hospitalization and tears? That appears to be pure fiction, amplified for clicks by content farms and AI-driven social media. Meanwhile, T.I. has remained active on social media throughout this feud, dropping new music, hyping his upcoming album Kill the King, and going head-to-head with 50 Cent through diss tracks. That's hardly the behavior of a man weeping at a hospital bedside. Here's the bottom line: the feud between 50 Cent and the Harris family is 100% real. Ever since King Harris stepped into the mix, the tension has exploded and shows no signs of slowing down. T.I. has released multiple diss tracks. King Harris dropped his own track, Made Man, and shared what he claims are FBI documents suggesting 50 Cent cooperated with federal agents. 50 Cent has relentlessly trolled the Harris family on Instagram, but later deleted the posts. Rick Ross has publicly backed King Harris, and King even apologized to 50 Cent's son Mares. The City of South Fulton police had to intervene, asking the public to stop calling about a rap feud. All of that is verified and real. However, the rumors about King Harris being hospitalized, attacked by 50 Cent's affiliates, or T.I. breaking down in tears, none of that has been confirmed by credible sources. It's most likely fabricated content from click-driven social media farms and AI-generated TikToks, designed to exploit a real feud with fictional twists for views. This feud is historic, not just because of its public intensity, but because it's generational. King Harris, at just 21, grew up watching his father navigate the music industry and now finds himself in the middle of a battle with one of hip-hop's most relentless and confrontational figures. Whether or not you agree with how King handled it, the fact remains, he stood up for his family, and when he realized he went too far, he showed the maturity to apologize to Mays Jackson. The story is far from over. 50 Cent isn't the type to let things fade quietly, and with T's upcoming album and continued diss tracks, this saga is only set to escalate further. 50 Cent isn't the type to let things slide quietly, and with T's entire album Kill the King on the horizon, the heat isn't cooling down anytime soon. T.I. has continued his focused campaign, dropping new music in the lead-up to the release, an album whose very title signals exactly where his mindset is. So stay alert, because if the past week has shown us anything, it's that this feud can escalate in a single night. While the rumors about King Harris being hospitalized may be false, the tension between these two camps is very real, and at any moment, something could blow up. We'll keep tracking every move and update you as this saga unfolds. Stay tuned.